Ukraine's drones aren't just exposing weaknesses in Russia's air defenses, they're also revealing vulnerabilities on the water. Using one of the newest additions to its homemade naval drone fleet, the Ukrainian Navy recently destroyed a large Russian ammunition stockpile, leaving local enemy troops undersupplied and vulnerable to further attacks. The operation, carried out with the Barracuda maritime drone, was detailed online on November 20th, alongside dramatic footage. On November 20th, Ukraine shared details of a successful strike carried out deep in the Dnipro River floodplains. The attack used a new type of unmanned surface vessel, known as the Barracuda. This small but sophisticated maritime drone destroyed a major Russian ammunition stockpile, instantly depriving local Russian troops of supplies and crippling their ability to conduct river operations. Video footage published online showed the drone speeding across the water before detonating on impact, triggering an explosive chain reaction that lit up the riverbank. This was more than a tactical victory. It was evidence that the Barracuda, one of Ukraine's newest naval inventions, is already proving its worth on the front lines. The Barracuda was first unveiled in August by Ukraine's 40th Coastal Defense Brigade, the same unit that developed it. Engineered specifically for river and coastal operations, the drone combines advanced artificial intelligence with a modular design. That means operators can swap out weapon systems depending on the mission, whether that involves striking targets, laying mines, or transporting equipment. Unlike long-range systems powered by satellite communication, the Barracuda is designed for shorter distance missions along complex waterways. This makes it particularly well suited for the Dnipro River, a massive artery running north to south across Ukraine. Since the start of the conflict, several regions along this river, including Zaporizhia, Kherson, and Dnipropetrovsk, have become heavily contested. Securing control of the Dnipro has long been one of Russia's goals, as the river stands like a natural barrier protecting key Ukrainian cities, including Dnipro, Zaporizhia, Kherson, and even Kiev. The Dnipro's wetlands form a maze of channels concealed by dense reeds. Navigating this area is challenging even for experienced human crews, yet the Barracuda successfully made its way through these waterways during its most recent mission, approaching Russian positions without being detected. Once it located a cluster of Russian boats and ammunition on the riverbank, it accelerated toward the target and carried out a direct strike that destroyed the entire site. This level of precision is exactly what Ukraine hoped for when the Barracuda was introduced. It confirmed the drone's effectiveness in real-world combat and showcased its ability to operate in environments too risky or too complex for manned vessels. This isn't the first time the Barracuda has been used in creative ways. In a separate mission reported in October, it served as a carrier for a swarm of FPV drones. The unmanned vessel transported the drones across the river, getting them close enough to a Russian boat without exposing Ukrainian troops to danger. Once released, the FPVs launched an aerial attack, destroying the vessel and its onboard equipment. The entire operation was conducted remotely, demonstrating how unmanned systems can deliver significant impact while minimizing risk to personnel. As the Ukrainian Navy noted, technologies like these save lives, and the Barracuda is only one component of a broader, rapidly growing fleet of Ukrainian maritime drones. One example is the Alligator 9, a modular platform unveiled earlier this year. Like the Barracuda, it can be configured for multiple missions. It can carry torpedo-like drones designed to strike enemy boats, or electronic warfare drones capable of disrupting communications and radar. It can also equip the Trizub-90 laser weapon system, which has the capability to disable attack drones, glide bombs, and even cruise missiles at notable distances. This versatility allows Ukraine to deploy the Alligator 9 for reconnaissance, defensive operations, and offensive strikes. Another addition to Ukraine's naval arsenal is the Katran, developed by the military armored company HUB. Designed for both maritime and coastal environments, the Katran can operate autonomously and complete long-range missions. It uses AI-assisted targeting, advanced navigation, and threat recognition tools that allow it to react automatically to danger. With a top speed of around 130 km per hour and a maximum range of 1,500 km, the Katran can conduct extended operations with impressive efficiency. It can be equipped with a wide range of weapons, making it adaptable for missions against targets on land, at sea, or in the air. Then there's the Magura V5, a drone that gained international attention in 2024. Controlled by Ukraine's elite Group 13 unit, the Magura played a central role in the destruction of 2 Russian Mi-8 helicopters near Crimea. It also damaged a 3rd helicopter during the same mission. Throughout the year, Magura drones were credited with attacks on Russian patrol boats, landing craft, and high-speed vessels operating in the Black Sea. One of Ukraine's earliest naval drones, the Sea Baby, has also demonstrated remarkable resilience and effectiveness. Developed shortly after the Russian invasion began, the Sea Baby was involved in damaging the Crimean Bridge in 2023, a major logistical route connecting Russia to occupied Crimea. The drone has continued to take part in various strikes against Russian vessels and infrastructure, contributing to Ukraine's expanding influence across contested waters. Together, these systems form a diverse and evolving navy of unmanned vessels. While many countries are still exploring the possibilities of maritime drone technology, Ukraine has already demonstrated practical, battlefield-tested applications. These drones allow Ukrainian forces to conduct surveillance, disrupt supply lines, defend key waterways, and neutralize threats without exposing crewed ships to danger. The impact of these developments is especially clear along the Dnipro. Russia relies heavily on this river for transporting equipment, repositioning troops, and establishing forward supply bases. But now, each attempt to move across or operate near the river carries growing risk. With drones patrolling the waters and wetlands, Russian forces face constant uncertainty. Every supply run could be disrupted. Every boat could be a target. Every riverbank position could be struck without warning. For Ukraine, this helps ensure that cities on the western bank, such as Kiev, Dnipro, and Kherson, remain better protected from large-scale river crossings. By making the Dnipro a difficult and dangerous obstacle, Ukraine reduces the likelihood of future advances toward these key locations. As the conflict approaches its 4th year, Ukraine's ability to innovate is playing a critical role. Each time Russia attempts to establish new positions or claim progress, Ukrainian forces respond with new technologies and strategies that force Russian units back. It's a pattern that has repeated itself from the wetlands of the Dnipro to the urban battlefields of the Donetsk region. Ukraine's growing naval drone fleet is not just a technological achievement, it's a strategic advantage. It turns rivers into defensive lines, waterways into traps, and reconnaissance missions into opportunities for disruption. And with each new drone and each successful mission, the balance of control over these critical spaces continues to shift. As the war continues, one thing is clear: innovation will remain one of Ukraine's strongest tools. Whether in the air, on land, or across its vital waterways, Ukraine's commitment to advancing unmanned systems is reshaping the modern battlefield.